good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. Got a great video for you guys. You guys stay tuned. Just be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. If you like videos like this, subscribe. I hope you guys are having a good day too. Hope you guys are having a smooth day. Everything is going your way. And if it's not, just know it's temporary, right? But anyway, it's gonna be a great video. Let's get right into it, y'all.
Believe it or not, everybody needs a support system. Somebody that's gonna help you push you when you need that. Help complete certain obstacles that they would have never been able to complete by themselves. And a lot of us think that we're so strong that we like to take obstacles on by ourselves. But if we do it as a collective, as a team, any obstacle can be done. But it get more powerful when a collective do it. When it's a whole community that's supportive. When it's a community that won't leave one person behind. And all of a sudden, life situations don't seem so bad. Because when you fall, or you're not strong enough, your community is there to help pick you up. Your support system is key because you're not going to be strong every day. Some days you're going to be the one that's the weakest link. Life just so happens to start lifing for you. The people that's around you see that you ain't at your peak self, but they still show you love. And I'm to the point in my life, if you're not on this type time, you can't even be around me. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts on this video in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom and stay tuned. And if you...
Is Elon evil?
That just purchased Twitter, making a brain chip company. He's also a major contractor to the U.S. military. He has a major conflict of interest with Chinese Silicon Valley equivalents like Tencent.
He says his work is to find a way to compete against the transhumanistic. No, you don't believe that at all.
I don't buy it. No.
Okay.
If you look at that company, they had animal trials. Many of the monkeys that was tested and died after the brain chip was put in. They're selling this as one way. It's all going to be a utopian thing if we all upgrade. I mean, that's how it's being framed, right? But if you look at how these people think, they don't want that. They're looking at feudalism and how do you create a class of slaves that cannot even cognitively rebel ever again. And then you have people like Elon Musk coming in and saying, I'm going to take over Twitter for free speech. And then he also says, I want to make Twitter into basically like WeChat, which is, basically a surveillance app to use in China. That's for your finances, your social media, pretty much everything is on that app. They even call it the Everything app, and that's his model. And the parent company of that, Tencent, is one of Tesla's shareholders and most active advisors. We have the person that just.
Elon is up to no good, man. To no good. Why do they do Dwyane Wade like this, man? That's
y'all look at this. Y'all got videos, photos. Like that's crazy. I can't believe that. Who is that guy?
We don't know. We don't know. But it's definitely not you. I don't know which Dwayne. I don't know if that's Dwayne The Rock or Dwyane Wade from a different world. I don't know. That's not you, Dwayne. It's not you.
Y'all look at this.
They did him bogus. I ain't gonna lie. That's wrong. They wrong for that.
This clip, right, has above, so below, right? Guys, I made the connection. It's gonna blow your mind that we knew all along what this remind you of. What this is remind you of, y'all. Watch this. Look, I'm not supposed to be holding on to this phone, but my mind cannot stop, and I feel like I should share this. Whenever I watch something, I connect dots. That's me. And whenever you're watching something, when they're showing you books in those movies, take the titles. They are telling you something. But this is a big-ass camera, y'all. I'm going to show you guys. This is what they did not want to tell us what that is, y'all. I'm going to show you guys what that is. You guys ready? Just tell me if I'm onto something, man. TikTok, this is not facts. This is not true. All right? All right, guys, check this out. TikTok, this is not true. This is not facts. All right? So you guys, take a second and read this and tell me what you think. They have been lying to us, yo. It's too obvious now, man. It is. I'm watching this clip, right?
Hmm. What do y'all think about that? Pyramids being a huge camera. I don't know. I definitely think that some pyramids are portals to different places on this planet though. That's what I think. I think it's like something we used to use back then to travel faster before we had like airplanes. I don't know. I'm just thinking outside the box. I don't know. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that though.
Whatever you speak out loud actually has a lot of power. So when you say, I am beautiful, I am wonderfully made, your body goes into agreement with your words. Another thing that I want to emphasize is that your throat chakra is the bridge between your heart, your third eye. And so they are listening to the commands of the throat chakra. And so we have to be mindful that when we use our throat chakra, it is a reflection of what is going on in our heart chakra and what we can see. And it's vice versa as well. So we influence what goes on in the heart and in the mind, and our voice also impacts what goes on in the heart and mind. So we need to be mindful of all the dynamics involved in self-talk. Whatever.
No, you're not getting dinner. You're bad. No, you're not getting dinner. You was bad. So, no, you're not.
This is the best natural teeth whitening hack. If your teeth are looking dull or stained, it might be time for a natural detox. Plaque buildup, stains, and bacteria can make your smile less vibrant. This simple 3-ingredient remedy will remove stains, freshen breath, and give you a brighter, healthier smile. Bookmark this recipe so you don't lose it. Add 1 teaspoon baking soda. This gently polishes teeth, removes stains, and balances pH. Where are you watching the video from? Let me know in the comments. Add 1 teaspoon coconut oil. This fights bacteria, reduces plaque, and promotes gum health. Next, a pinch of salt. This helps remove surface stains, kills bacteria, and strengthens enamel. Brush with this mix for 2 minutes, then rinse thoroughly. Use 2 to 3 times a week for best results. Double tap if you want more natural recipes. This is the...
So we got plenty of stories of niggas going downtown trying to meet them people, them vampire people downtown. Yeah, because they got vampires downtown in New Orleans. And them people was never found again. And then they got the stories of the people that's vampires out there that actually got volunteers that come out there to really want to get their blood drawn from them people. So you know, it's y'all crazy. So be careful when you going down there in them vortexes in New Orleans French quarters, you hear me? You gonna run into them vampires, the werewolves, the witches, the voodoo priestesses, and the, you hear me, the voodoo queens. You gonna run into all of them, but don't get kidnapped dealing with them vampires, you hear me? Because they got their own bars, they got their own little section out there where they be partying and doing their little thing, and they got their own raves and stuff that they do at certain times of the night. Man, they got stories where people done went in them bars where them vampires at, and they don't know if they was being served blood or not, you heard me? They don't know if they was being served blood. Like, they feel as though when they left, they was getting dizzy, they felt nauseated, they started getting sick. You heard me? A lot of them people was going home and came back with all type of blood clots, all type of crazy mess, you heard me? So, them vampire people downtown, some of them cool, you heard me? But some of them, they up there doing their little thing to survive. Yeah, you want to get your blood drawn from these people? Go downtown by them vampire people. They'll take some of your blood. They'll take some of your blood, you heard me? So we got plenty of stories of niggas going.
It seems like New Orleans got some stuff going on down there, like witchcraft, voodoo, whatever you want to call it. Really. I don't know. It's like the second story I heard about that.
Gabby Petito docuseries on Netflix is incredibly well done, and what the family is trying to do by spreading awareness about what happened to Gabby to protect other victims is incredible. The goal of the series was to tell Gabby's story, not her killers, and to bring awareness to the Gabby Petito Foundation, which helps bring awareness to DV. We also learned a few new things about the case in the docuseries. First of all, Gabby reached out to her ex-boyfriend just days before she was murdered. She was clearly vulnerable and suffering, and she reached out to someone she trusted, and it's believed that possibly her killer caught wind of that. The series also highlighted phone records showing that Brian Laundrie called his parents for almost an hour from Wyoming around the time Gabby went missing. So while his parents have not said if they know what their son had done, this indicates that he may have spoken with the family early on. We do know that Brian Laundrie told his dad, "Gabby's gone and I need a lawyer." And the parents then contacted a lawyer in Wyoming right after Brian's call to them. So that is definitely suspicious. Finally, we learned about or got to see more of Gabby's incredible talent as an artist. She was incredibly talented in many things, from art to video editing to doing everything she could to live her dream life being a van life influencer. She truly had so much potential ahead of her. You can support Gabby's family's mission to spread awareness about and resource.
Sad story, man. That was a sad story. Okay.
Anytime you're looking for a copper cup, you want to take a magnet and make sure it does not stick to that cup. If it sticks to the cup, it's not copper. Pure copper, when drinking out it, will help elevate your energy, increase mental clarity, and get the stomach going. Because a lot of the times people's stomachs are just all backed up and blocked up. Copper helps get everything flowing and everything moving. This is why they used to have copper pipes in all the houses. Copper is also really great at blocking radio frequencies. You know all those towers they keep putting all over the place? Copper is the solution to that. So if anybody pays you to get rid of your copper pipes, you could tell them, keep the check, because I'm going to keep the copper. Where do you get the copper mug? This is a common question I get all the time. So you can look on eBay, or you can go to an antique store and find yourself a copper mug. And the reason I say to go on eBay or an antique store is because the older mugs are pure copper. Anytime you're looking for a copper cup, you want to take a magnet and make sure it does not stick to that cup. If it sticks to the cup, it's not copper. So this is just a simple trick that you can do when you're out looking for copper cups. Take a magnet, try to see if it sticks. If it sticks, don't buy it. If it doesn't stick, then it's probably copper. Anytime you're
What? Is that a reflection or is that really two moves? Somebody in the comment, bro, I be reading these comments, man, it is hilarious. Somebody, it's a backup just in case the other one want to go out. Hey, that moon do be like not out sometimes though, for real. That moon be gone. Some days it's there and the next day it's not. That is funny.
So, one simulation hack you may or may not have noticed is that you can trigger an event that will force the simulation to start generating activity around you. So I peeked through my windows just a few moments ago and I saw there was no traffic, there are no neighbors, nothing is happening. But as soon as I step out into this section of the simulation, activity will begin. Let's test it out. Yep, here it goes. There's one. Number two. Number three. Number four. Works every time. Here comes another one. Now I've got neighbors walking at night. Never happens. Number five. Every time. So, One way you could test this yourself is to get in your car and head over to the interstate. I like to drive on the bridge above the interstate, look both directions, no cars for miles. Here comes another one. 6, I don't know. Look, this way, 7. Happens every time. Like I was saying, no cars for miles, but as soon as you get on the on-ramp to get on the interstate, all of a sudden you see you're surrounded by cars. A group of cars has manifest around you. Test it. Try it. Let me know. Here comes another one. What are we on, 7? Happens every time. 7 or 8 cars in the space of 1 minute from me walking out. Like I said, you can test this yourself. Peek out the windows before you step outside, no activity. But as soon as you step outside, all of a sudden, neighbors, animals, cars, activity. I've even saw a flock of seagulls. It's not even time for seagulls. One more. You know, haters will say that it's not real. Haters will say it's planned. This is one way that you can test who is an NPC and who is not an NPC. Who has been enlightened, who is awake, and who's not. Here comes another one. Gotta go.
No, I honestly believe that. I don't know. I feel like some people on this planet just not. I hate to say it, I just feel like they really just not in tune. I wouldn't say they're not real, but they're just not really in tune, you know? They're really not. I'm not gonna say they're not real. Definitely not in tune.
If Drake and Kendrick Lamar got in a rap battle, who do you think would win?
Got to go with Kendrick. I'm just saying. I think Drake is an outstanding entertainer, but Kendrick, his lyrics, his last album was outstanding.
Excellent. All right.
Best album I think last year.
If Drake and Kendrick Lamar.
I would rather be in the woods than having to pay rent every single month for the rest of my life and not actually get to live. I would rather be out here in nature where it's free, where I can do what I want. God, he put us into this world. We didn't ask to be here. So if we didn't ask to be here, why should we have to pay? Explain it to me so I can better understand it. But I've been stuck in this matrix for too long. I would rather be in the woods than having to pay rent every single month for the rest of my life and not actually get to live. I would rather be out here in nature where it's free, where I can do what I want. God, he put us into this world. We didn't ask to be here. So if we didn't ask to be here, why should we have to pay? Explain it to me so I can better understand it. But I've been stuck in this matrix for too long. As soon as I was able to work, I've been working. I don't think any job can get me rich. I don't even want to be rich. I just want to be comfortable. I would rather be in the woods than having.
Feel him though. Yeah.
We turn now to a frightening trend in Ohio. Children disappearing in record numbers. According to the Ohio Attorney General's office, more than 1,000 children have been reported missing so far this year, with a large number of those disappearances happening in the Cleveland area. I'll be speaking with John Majoy, the president of the board of directors for Cleveland Missing, in just a moment. But first, correspondent Brooke Schaefer joins me live. Brooke, what else are we learning about what's happening there in Ohio?
Well, Nicole, officials in Ohio have called these numbers both alarming and startling. We looked on the website for the Ohio Attorney General today and found that this month alone in the state of Ohio, about 160 kids have been reported missing. Again, that's just for the month of September. That is a disturbing number that follows a trend we have reported on here at News Nation when more than 30 kids went missing in just 2 weeks in May.
We turn now to a frightening trend.
That's crazy how people really go missing like that. There's something deeper behind that.
How many of you have been looking for something and you can't find it?
Happens.
I know I put it right there. It was right there. Where did it go? Then the next day or so you go back There it is. But it has just gone into another dimension where that didn't exist at that time. So you're constantly moving back and forth between these dimensions and you don't even know it. That's the interesting thing about this. But they said it's perfectly normal. There's nothing to worry about. You can't control it anyway. Like he said, you get stuck there, because you're stuck here anyway. Okay, but this comes around to the UFO things. That's why I wanted you to understand about dimensions. When I first began this, I had so many cases of missing time. To me, the most interesting are condensed time rather than missing time. But I'm going to be talking about both of them. Yeah, I'm going back to the simple stuff, but a lot of you have probably never heard this anyway. We're getting more complicated material instead. I've had many cases of missing time. How many of you have been looking?
Yeah, that happened. That happened. That happens. I know that happens to y'all too. That's crazy. You pissing like, dang, where did it go? I don't know what that be happening. That's crazy though.
We've got a brand new Mandela effect, and I guarantee you have not heard this one. In fact, this one is so unbelievable that you're going to go down a rabbit hole to try to find the truth, and it simply does not exist. I'm going to ask you 2 quick questions. Answers are super obvious. You know who this guy is, right? This guy from Bugs Bunny cartoons? This is Yosemite Sam. That's fact. That has not changed at all. Second question. What was his catchphrase? Sure, you can hear him saying, "What in tarnation?" Nope. You can go watch every Bugs Bunny cartoon he has ever been in, and he has not said that once. Ever. Now, he did say, "You rackin' frackin' varmint." That one's all over the cartoons when he's talking to Bugs Bunny. I mean, there's memes with "What in tarnation?" We all think we're getting that from Yosemite Sam. Sandy from SpongeBob says, "What in tarnation?" Over on Reddit, a guy is doing a historical paper on Yosemite Sam, asking people, where's the episode with him saying that? Or at least give me one. Nope, there's no episode. I remember him saying it. I'll watch Bugs Bunny on Saturday mornings. Now one of our most beloved characters, along with his catchphrase, gone. A Gen X TikTok. Do you remember this?
I don't remember that. I don't know. I thought he did say "win in tarnation," right? I don't know. They always messing with something. Some like kids in there. Wow. This was pure evil. Facts. Pure evil. There's no way.
Chơi chuẩn, ai hay du like cầm giòn, du bên này heo ở vô được xe bờ lắc ở quang.
Guys, check this out. I'm in 2025. Watch this. 2025, 2035. Just like that, guys. I traveled 10 years into the future. Look at these buildings, guys. This whole mall is no longer in existence. Here it is again at 2025. The current year of 2025 here. And here I am at 2035, guys. This is Old Navy. This is where Nike and Old Navy all used to be 10 years ago, guys. That's where the Gap used to be. Watch the sign, guys. I'm gonna travel 10 years. Here I am, 10 years. Here I am in 2025, current time.
Cap. He's capping.
You can go from New York to Brazil, Buenos Aires, and then Antarctica without ever coming up to the surface for air. And you can do it all at way more than 1,000 miles an hour on magnetic levitation trains, otherwise called maglev. One thing he told me, he went from Virginia to Los Angeles in 45 minutes. Do the math, 3,000 miles an hour. Most people don't even believe that there's a tunnel network. There are
there are hundreds of thousands of miles of tunnel systems. You can go from New York.
Yo, do y'all see how fast that thing was moving? Y'all know. If you know, you know. Y'all know.
Balance the drink in between these two glasses on the dollar bill without the dollar bill falling or the shot glass falling, and you can keep the money, all right?
How am I supposed to do that?
Girl, figure it out. And you cannot try to fill up these liquids to, like, I don't even know, try to, like, hold the dollar bill. You cannot glue the dollar bill to the glass or anything like that. No tape. All right, go ahead. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's going to work, actually. And you cannot pour no liquid out of that shot glass either. Yep, there you go. I already know what you're going to try to do. You're going to try to pour out the liquid, but you got to think it's a glass cup, shot glass, so it's still pretty heavy.
She figured it out. I'm gonna get that $100. You got it.
Did this man actually film a real life phoenix?
Check this out, y'all. What kind of bird is that? This world's still a mystery, y'all. Stay weird.
Did this man actually film a real life?
Here are 3 ways to keep the government out of your business. Number 1, you can make a private contract with yourself. That's right. Hale versus Hinkle gives you the right to have a private contract with yourself. Number 2, you can have a private trust where you have a meeting with yourself. That's right. You can make yourself the grantor of the trust. You can make yourself the trustee of the trust. And then you can have a meeting with yourself to approve the appointment of the trustee. Number 3, make sure that the situs of your trust, that's S-I-T-U-S, the jurisdiction of your trust, is in the United States of America up under the full faith and credit of the several states. That type of language makes your trust private and makes your rights private and keeps the United States corporation from up out of your business. Now, if you want to learn more about that, just comment private rights, and I have my trust training sent to you directly for absolutely free. Just
Bro, y'all tell me if I'm tripping. When y'all by yourself, bro, like you know you're in the house by yourself, do y'all see like shadow figures walk past and then disappear? Like out the corner of your eye, like you know it's a shadow, like a big shadow just walk past and then disappear deep like, and then it's nothing there. I can't be the only one, bro. Like, bro, y'all tell me if I'm tripping.
Nah, you're not tripping. It be happening. It be happening. It do be happening. Y'all know. Don't try to act cool, act like you ain't never. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. It happens to the best of us, man. Like, what was that?
Name me a better fruit snack than this one. Exactly. Impossible. This was a delicacy. If I had my hands on these, whole box was gone. What was very special about these fruit snacks is that every color smacked. Every color smacked. The texture was just like a luscious decadence. It was like a symphony of silhouettes. You feel me? Ain't nothing touching this. I remember my little cousin hiding behind the couch. Nobody could find her. And she had like 20 wrappers under the couch trying to hide it. You could put any fruit snacks to compete with this one. No Welch's, no whatever's out right now. It's not touching the Scooby snacks. Why they discontinue the best shit? I don't understand. Like, what's the point in that? It's successful, right? Y'all care about sales, right? The capitalistic world, right? So if we buying these shits left and right, like, oh, time to cut the plug on it. Who's reviving these, bro? Who? Is it gonna have to be me? McDonald's is bringing back the snack wrap after all the hostility, after all the bullying that we did. Yeah, it took some time, but we could do this. Somebody tag the Scooby-Doo company. Somebody tag somebody. We need this back. I don't care about no chemicals for this one. We ride at dawn. I'll take the bullet for y'all. As long as I could get these Scooby snacks. Name me a...
He's talking about, I don't care about the chemicals. They do got chemicals in all these foods though, and they do be good. But it's not good for you at all. Them Scooby snacks did hit though. I ain't gonna lie. The only ones that's close to them is probably the Mott's. Mott's fruit snacks is good too. I ain't gonna lie. But them Scooby snacks is something different. I ain't gonna lie. What is that? What is those?
Is there a reason they've been hiding electric vehicles from us for over 100 years? Like, when do you think the world's first electric car was invented? Was it in 2008 when Tesla first revealed the Roadster to the world? Nope. Maybe.
Thoth. If you follow that information pathway, it leads you to this character, and the emerald tablets of Thoth are literally mind-changing and mind-blowing. Even Tesla says that this is where he came to get the information. It's given in first person, and that's not possible. The things that are being said are impossible. Enough time has passed, though, that it's not like that. He literally says, hey, there's a spaceship on Earth, and this is where it is. All the Anunnaki guys that have that look like a wristwatch, and they always have it, and you're always trying to see what that is.
Yeah, what is that?
It is a time, it's a compass. It's a time-keeping compass.
Could this device have been a gift from the gods? A tool that enabled its users to manipulate time and space? Consider the ancient Sumerian king list, a chronicle that lists kings who reigned for impossibly long periods, spanning thousands of years.
Thoth. If you follow that information pathway,
How is he so pretty? He look cool. That's dope. Dang. That bird almost hit that window.
Here's a spell to reclaim your power across all timelines. It goes like this. Through every portal, across all time, I call back my power. It's fully mine. Activate my gifts as the shadows fall. With unshakable strength, I rise above all. To those who harm, control, or bind, erase their trace from space and mind. Unravel their schemes, let their powers decay. Their darkness dissolves, swept far away. By earth below and skies that burn, by shifting tides, my powers return. The spell is cast, my light expands. I reclaim my life with open hands. As above, so below. As within, so without. So mote it be, and so it is. Here's a spell to reclaim your power across all timelines. It goes like this.
Be careful who you push away, because the real ones don't come back. Be careful who you push away.
What if I told you theme parks aren't built for entertainment, but to harvest human emotional energy for something far darker? Insiders claim these parks were designed with precision, engineered layouts based on ancient energy harvesting geometry, a concept known as ley grid amplification. Hidden beneath the parks are alleged emotion siphoning infrastructures, massive underground complexes powered by psychological energy extraction systems. The rides, parades, and fireworks aren't just for fun. They're engineered to heighten emotions like joy, fear, and nostalgia, creating a spike in human bioelectric energy. This emotional output is absorbed through high-frequency transmission nodes, disguised as park decorations, towers, and even castle spires. Former employees have spoken of restricted off-limits zones where data servers allegedly monitor emotional throughput. I'm going to go ahead and say, what if I told you theme park
It was right in front of us this whole time. So I just heard this theory that we're supposed to be listening to G and X backwards. Now I want to see what y'all think about it. Let's look at the track list. So in the beginning, Kendrick starts with a love letter to his pen, and he regrounds himself into where he started, the roots of why he got started in this rap game. From that moment on, he starts to evoke the spirits of past legends. You see this in the Hard Part 6, Peekaboo, Dodger Blue, etc. All the way up until Reincarnated, where he openly explains the re-evoking of the past legends in the music. Then he also tells God that he's gonna use his music to bring understanding. And from that point on, he promises to bring justice against his enemies and those who have put hip-hop in a place of being commodified and commercialized. This is something you can see in Hey Now, Man at the Garden, Luther, Squabble Up, and Whacked Out Murals, especially Whacked Out Murals. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm 100% sold on this theory, but I'm not gonna lie, it sounds real good, bruh. This was the person I saw create the theory, so go follow them and show them some love. It was right in front of.
Have you ever seen the movie I Am Legend?
No. Well, I know what it is, but like I never watched it.
Will Smith is the last person in New York. New York got quarantined. He's a doctor trying to find a cure. That's why he stayed behind.
And isn't there like alien looking motherfucker?
Zombie / vampire kind of mix hybrid, because they can't be in the sunlight.
Okay.
And this whole time, since he's alone, he's kind of going insane, and the director was trying to show the audience that he was going crazy. So throughout like the whole like city, he would put mannequins in like different parts of the city, and he would interact with them if they were real people.
Hey, morning Marge, morning Fred.
Fred,
you guys doing here so early? I see you guys inside. Morning Hank. Midway through the G's. Hey, who's the girl? Never mind. Hey, I'll see you in the morning.
Remember how I told you, remember the Fred doll?
Yeah.
The Fred doll apparently moved by itself.
You saw it?
That's just in his head.
So we're seeing what he sees.
Yeah.
What the hell are you? No! 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 If you're real, you better tell me right now!
The audience knows that the zombies put the Fred mannequin there, but he's actually going crazy and he thinks that it's actually moving, but it didn't move. Have you ever seen the movie I Am Legend?
No. Well,
Yo, Council, this is alleged footage of an egg-shaped UAP being recovered by the government. The egg-shaped part is very interesting.
Let's slow this down to take a closer look. That's an egg-shaped UAP suspended from a 150-foot long line. We're told the craft is about 20 feet long. The egg suspended in a cradle. And look how careful the pilot is as they bring their precious cargo into land. Let's freeze frame here to look at one of the clearest images of a UAP ever taken. This is no blurry light in a distant sky. The source of the footage putting themselves at incredible risk to record this UAP retrieval. Look at how perfectly smooth the craft is. No markings at all, and no visible means of propulsion or way to see inside. Watch how it rolls, almost graceful as it hits the ground, despite being wrapped in the ropes and canvas from the cradle as it's dropped for pickup. The UAP's final destination still unknown.
The goddess.
I don't even know what I'm looking at. Just keeping it. I don't know. What was that?
These are 3 books that every evil genius in the world has already read. Want to become an evil genius? Read these 3 books. First up, we've got Propaganda by Edward Bernays. This book is basically the Bible for every ad agency out there. All about how to inspire the masses to adopt your ideas. Now, Edward Bernays is the ad executive behind the campaigns targeted to women to get them to start smoking. Before Edward Bernays, only men smoked. But because he designed a campaign that linked it to dating and losing weight, women were influenced to start smoking. This is a staple in the evil genius playbook. Number 2, we've got The Prince by Machiavelli. Machiavelli is actually known as the father of political science. You've probably already heard one of the most famous quotes from the book. Quote, "It's better to be feared than loved." comes from the prince. He believed that politics always involved deception, treachery, and crime. And then he wrote a book to teach politicians everywhere how to play the political game like a pro. And number 3, The Art of War by Sun Tzu. Now, to be fair, this book does say that the greatest victory is the one that requires no battle. And that's exactly what every evil genius needs to understand. Your true genius will come from your ability to fight with your mind. And better yet, how to make as little enemies as possible to avoid having to be evil at all. Out of these 3 books, which one do you think you're going to check out? And if there's an evil genius book that you think I left out, get in the comments and let me know what it is. These are 3 books that every evil genius in the world has.
I'm the last motherfucker streets, but bust a freak enemies give me.
Bruh, why you like, nah, you really do look like Tupac though. Is this AI? Either that's really Tupac or AI is a yo, was that AI? That's crazy. AI getting out of hand.
Based on the thoughts you think. You create a new liver every 6 weeks, a new skin once a month, and in less than a year, you replace your entire body down to the last atom. And your thoughts are the architect in the recreation process. So if you're dealing with a health issue, or simply want to optimize your health and well-being, repeat this affirmation every morning, afternoon, and night. My body is in perfect harmony. Every cell vibrates with radiant health, strength, and vitality. Save this post as a reminder and send it to someone who needs it. The more you say it, the more you program the vibration of health and vitality into your subconscious mind, which then programs it right into the cells of your body. Try it for at least 90 days and start to witness the transformation happen. Your body recreates itself based on the thought.
Your vibration matters, bro. You're not unlucky. You're just miserable. And you just don't like the results that you keep getting with your life. And I promise you, it's not because of the circumstance you in, bro, but it's because of how you're reacting to it. The difference between these 2 people is nothing. They have the same life. But one is prioritizing happiness over their problems. They literally got the same things to choose from. The one on the top is just choosing positive shit. So how can this boil down to you? Your life looks the way it does because you let it get that way. And your reaction to your inconveniences is the problem. So instead of letting the bad things in life make you feel lower, learn from it, bro. And be grateful you got to experience. The worst thing you can do to yourself is sit in your own shit till it stops thinking. Because everyone else around you is going to smell it. Your stress simply comes from not solving those problems that were this big. So the moral of the story, prioritize the solutions about life. And when you work on solving problems, your vibration just going to raise naturally. In other words, get your shit together. Excuse my French, but this is a real art. All the cheat codes for your life is in this book. You want to improve your finances, your health, your relationships, your home.
Finding a squirmy specimen inside of some McDonald's fries is diabolical. And
Just a reminder.
the more videos that I watch like this, the more that I realize that these last creatures is everywhere. In the same way that you like that starchy crunch delight, so does the fucking friends. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I think I'm to the point to where I need to invest in one of these microscopes. Because I'll be damned if one of these squirmalicious insects invade anything that I put inside of my mouth. And as he breaks it down, what do you see? And the more that he breaks this down, it gets worse. Now just imagine on how many people then ate this extra protein without them even knowing. Think it's about time that I, equip myself with an air sandwich. Because before I eat something that resembles a roach cousin, I will become an herbivore that only consumes air. Now y'all let me know y'all thoughts on what y'all think about little friends being inside the fries in the comments. Like and follow.
Learn how to romantic.
You gotta embrace it. Gotcha.
If your aura is fucked up, let me show you how to clean it. It's time to block energy vampires and get rid of demons. The easiest way is to go outside, grind, and sit in the sun. The earth and sun will cleanse you, it'll make negative energy run. Another way is take a spiritual bath, a spiritual shower. Cleanse with herbs like lavender so you can regain your power. Next, listen to solfeggio frequencies, that sound healing. Negative energy can't handle that pure positive feeling. Another way is crying, don't be scared to let it out. Crying removes any internal baggage out your house. Another way is to go do some things you love to do. Pure love energy removes anything that's harming you. Abstinence and isolation will help cleanse you too. If you do all of these, I promise you will feel brand new. After you cleanse your aura, you gotta know how to protect your aura. Come and protect my aura. If y'all want a video, I will show you.
This is gonna stick in your brain for a long time, so I'm sorry, but if you are interested in weird science, things like particle physics and religion, this is gonna be in your brain for a while. I'm Jeremy. I'm a deep skeptic, also a pastor. Okay, we're gonna cut to the chase. If you want to deep dive into any of this, you can deep dive as deep as it goes, because it goes all the way down. But let's start with the idea of something called quantum entanglement. Basically, particles, like electrons, like very, 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 very small things, they have a spin to them. And the scientists will say they have like an up spin or a down spin. And and they're quantumly entangled, which means that if you change the spin of one of these two particles from up to down, then the other one swaps directions. So if you turn one down, the other one turns up. That's interesting. What's really interesting is if you take these two particles and you separate them by hundreds or thousands of miles and you change the particle down, if you turn one down, the other one instantly on the other side of wherever it is turns up immediately. There's a communication, a connection between them that exists way beyond at the scale that is massive and is hard to even comprehend. Like, it's like they're part of something bigger, a bigger whole. It probably has something to do with something called particle wave duality, but it also has something interesting to make us think about in terms of religion. So we're made up of these particles, of millions, billions, trillions of these particles, all the electrons, all the things that make up who we are. And these particles are entangled with other particles, and they're entangled with other particles all over the place. And now when those particles change, they shift their spin from one to another. It changes the spin of the particle that they are entangled with instantaneously. And here's the question: what if that is a sense of knowing? What if that's the thing that, like, when the particles change, all of a sudden you know 1,000 miles away that your grandfather died? The particles shift, something happens in the universe inside somebody you love, and you're like, no, I'm gonna need to call them. And you call them, and that's the moment they needed the call. What if our bodies, like the very essence, the elements, the atoms of our bodies aren't just substance, but a way of knowing? What if that is how we connect with God? And what if that is part of how we experience transcendence, when our particles get wrapped up into whatever this bigger thing it is that connects them, that we can't measure and we don't understand? You're welcome. And I'm sorry, because you're going to think about this for a minute. Also, hat tip to Brian Greene and Susan Miller for logging this in my brain in a way that my obsessive brain can't stop thinking. This is
whoever, I don't know who gave the message, but they own something. For real. That was pretty deep.
You've said that the devil runs Hollywood.
I did say that.
You still believe it?
Let me ask you a question. Didn't we just have Christmas?
Yes.
What were the films premiered for Christmas? Name the titles you can think of now.
I can't really think of any actual Christmas films. No, you're not really seeing Christmas movies right now.
Not really seeing and then
There's no
Nostradamus
Grinch,
too? What is that?
Yeah.
I can't even say it, it's so evil. That the vampire movie?
Yeah.
If you look at the marketing for the new Christmas vampire movie, Vlad, it doesn't say it says, darkness. And, so to answer your question, the rating system in Hollywood is what it is. So you have G, PG, rated R, all of that. Which one of all those ratings, Vlad, is the most profitable?
G.
G. Yeah. What percentage of G films are made every year?
30%.
Something like that. Yep. I ask you, Vlad, why would the highest profitable rating be only 30%? What are they making in that other 70%, Vlad?
Well, you've said that the devil runs Hollywood.
So you went to a wellness center in California, is that right? Tell me about that. What was that like?
A wellness center.
And why did you go to a wellness center?
I don't know. Will took me there.
What took you there?
I don't know.
So
Hey y'all, the Trump administration, along with Elon Musk, is not playing. So you guys know the national parks, the national forests around the world. You know, like the Redwoods, Lake Tahoe National Park, places like Big Sur in California, famous places like Humboldt State Park. Trump and Elon says all that is coming to an end because they don't really see what the purpose of this is. They're even saying that you won't even be able to make reservations anymore. So good luck with that. But yeah, check this video out,
The
y'all.
U.S. Forest and National Park Services were hit with major staffing cuts over the weekend. The administration fired about 3,400 recent or probationary hires with the U.S. Forest Service, meaning they're within the first year or two of employment. That's about 10% of its workforce. About 1,000 or 5% of National Park Service employees have also been let go. Tourist sites such as the Appalachian Trail, Yellowstone, Yosemite, and the Sequoia National Forest have been affected.
We're looking at a spring and summer where tens of thousands of people are showing up to the park each day, waiting 3 or 4 hours to get in, then getting stuck in traffic once they're inside, not finding places to park, and you know, the reservation system that is normally in place during the summertime is possibly not coming back this year.
Wow.
That's been very effective in managing crowds and protecting park resources. And right now we're waiting on the Trump administration to say whether it's going to happen, but insiders are saying it's unlikely.
And I'm gonna tell y'all this, man. Trump and Elon says this is only the beginning. You're going to see a lot of cutbacks. The funny thing was, Trump was like, what do the animals need protecting from? They know how to handle themselves. You know what I'm saying? But we've been telling y'all about the shift. The shift is here, y'all. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, follow, and share for more videos like this. Let's continue to get it. Peace.
Did you ever go to a Diddy party?
Yes.
And what was it like?
A Diddy party?
Is it like what they have in the media or
off the hook?
Off the hook.
And whenever they went into the quote-unquote alleged other section, I was never there. That's like, I think in general, getting away from Diddy, and God bless him and whatever else he's dealing with. I don't beat people while they're down. That's just not who I am character-wise. No one can erase his legacy. Bad Boy Records and Faith Evans and Biggie and Craig Mack and 112 and Total and I mean mogul. I mean, I don't know what all that other is going on or allegedly, but man, you know, legacy is legacy, man.
Did you ever go to a Diddy party?
Like, you have a successful album, they want to renegotiate right away. And the artist is like, yeah, I do that because you're going to get another million, boom, boom. Yeah, they want to renegotiate, but it's like they're going to tack on how many albums for that. So it's like, I was like, oh, I got these successful albums. I'm going to chill. I'm not going to just renegotiate. I'm good on that, boom, boom. And the longer I waited, the better my leverage played out for me. The more time you take, the more the truth starts to show itself. You know what I mean? Like, you have a successful album,
It's crazy.
RP Kobe, you know, they literally cursed him, fam. You know, in his last game, what toys they sold, they gave away in the front row?
What?
A Kobe toy that turns into a helicopter.
No
Did
way.
you know this?
No, they didn't.
Bro.
They actually sell that?
Bro, look.
What the
Kobe Bryant collectibles on his last game. The action figure that turns him into a helicopter.
What the That's a thing?
Yeah, and you know the Kanye West ad with Kobe?
Yeah.
Yeah, the predictive foreshadowing. The one where he's on top of the roof and he's like dribbling.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, the guy at the end is literally like, oh yeah, Kobe, greats come and go. And then Kobe, the last words was, yeah, but legends live forever. And then he throws a bomb on the helicopter where Kanye goes.
Oh, shit.
And it blows up.
On the helicopter?
Yeah, on the helicopter.
What the
A few years go by, a cartoon makes a meme about Kobe of him dying in a helicopter.
And he's holding
And he's
like
holding
the...
it too. He's like,
Yeah.
Kobe, can you pass me the trophies? And he's like, no, I don't pass.
Yeah.
Fam.
And then the helicopter explodes.
RP Kobe.
Yeah, something deeper behind this that right there, man. It's like it was almost like it was planned already, right? Wow. Well, Yo, that is gonna do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed that. You guys have a good rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next upload. Peace.